or perhaps music with a play. Joanna MacGregor went along for the works.
Spike Jones was a dance band leader, American, in the 1940s, early 50s, and allegedly he saw Leopold Stokowski conducting a classical recital, and Stokowski's shoes were squeaking, and it gave him the idea that it would be good fun to play tricks with very well-known numbers, both classical and popular. And that's what he evolved over a period of years, a very fast-moving and humorous approach to music.
So was it your idea to commission a play about Spike Jones?
Yes. When I was a child, we had at home a 78 Spike Jones, which I think my brother must have bought, of that old Black Magic. And I used to play this on our wind-up gramophone and just adored it, and thought I was the only person in the world who knew anything about Spike Jones, until many years later I worked with Stephen Warbeck, who's the musical director on the show, and discovered that he was a great fan of that kind of music. And I suppose it must be about 8 years ago that we planned to do a show somehow incorporating the Spike Jones music. We had always been very clear that it wouldn't be the actual songs that Spike Jones did, because to anybody who knows them, they are pretty well perfect in their own zany way.
Well, who are the people you've decided to have in the company? Are they actors or musicians, or a bit of both?
Well, they're a bit of both. Stephen was responsible for the music, and he obviously wanted to have a core of people who were very good musicians. The Spike Jones music, as with any comedy music, I think, only works if you know that the people can do it properly if they wanted to, and can demonstrate a very high level of musicianship. And then the fun is that they decide to go crazy with it.
Steve Muller, we've got a bit of you tap dancing. Can you tell us a bit about that number in the show?
Well, that number appears in the show because in the show we have to play various guest artists from American radio and screen, and one of the guests who is played is Gene Kelly.
So you actually being Gene Kelly for real, or are you pretending to be him?
Oh, just pretending to be Gene Kelly on the radio itself, yeah.
It's very convincing. And how about you all play a great deal of instruments? How many instruments are you actually playing in the show?
Oh, I haven't thought to count. In this particular show, I'm playing the trombone, ukulele, piano, accordion, and the drums, sometimes at the same time.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bells ring and birds sing. The sun is shining, no more pining.
We need this sort of music theatre, whether this sort of music theatre, we need some sort of music theatre in this country that isn't just a musical about furry animals, where there is no human interest, or it's got a hologram of Laurence Olivier, where we try and get out any human interest at all. We need something that is going to go back to vaudeville, music hall, genuine entertainment, using as many skills as possible. The wonderful thing about this show is that we've got people in it who can A, play instruments, B, tap dance. We've got an impersonator who can do several impressions. We've got a whole variety of theatrical talents, and the more of this, the better.
And I'll never trust us. And I'll never trust a city slicker. And I'll never trust a city slicker will be playing in Bolton, Swindon, Poole, and probably in Leominster.